Hello, everyone, and welcome to your week ahead energy reading for the Mind Body Soul Transformation Collective. There's a few themes that I want to speak about before we even dive into seeing what is coming through, and it's stuff that's been surfacing for me in the last few days. In my meditations this week, I keep getting visuals of volcanoes erupting, and I'm not sure if this relates to all of that activity that is happening right now on Earth, but what I'm also noticing within me is emotions coming up that I've really had to sit with and move through and allow to come out of me, both in terms of just holding space for them. Anger's been one this week that is an emotion that I'm not particularly comfortable with, that I've had to, let move through me, because it was a legitimate feeling, as anger is, and it is a cue to what was triggered within me and what needed to be looked at, what I needed to offer myself in that moment. And so there seems to be a theme there around things coming to the surface, and rather than stuffing them back down or pretending that they don't, I've just seen both divine feminine and divine masculine, pretending that it isn't happening or it isn't legitimate or the way it's coming out isn't okay, moving through it, not in a way that projects it onto somebody else, but in a way that meets yourself where you are at, possibly meets the other side of it. If it was a situation or a person that brought that up in you, meeting them as another human being too, that is just doing their best, but really staying grounded. And I guess two things: letting it exist, honoring it, sitting with what it's trying to tell you, that card I want to speak to, and then moving it through your body rather than getting trapped in the mental loops that these emotions, particularly the heavy ones, can sometimes trap us in. Moving your body in some way that allows it to move through and for you to move on from whatever it is. That's been huge. And I do think that's related to the volcano energy that we're seeing on Mother Earth as well. As above, so below. She's doing the same thing right now. The other piece of that is speaking your authentic truth. Authentic expression is what's come through just as I was meditating before pressing record on this reading. And that might be about these emotions that are coming up. It might be similar to the other messages that have been coming through for weeks now around really needing to speak your truth, move from your heart. But I do think there is a piece of this of truly honoring what it is that you are feeling and expressing that in whatever way needs to be expressed. That is grounded in compassion for yourself and others. The other piece of that, the power in moving through these emotions, honoring them, speaking them authentically, is you are reclaiming your power. If you sit in these mental loops or you project these emotions onto the situation or the person that has brought them up, press the wound, press whatever needed to happen to bring it up, you're handing your power over. And there's a piece here of reclaiming our power right now in that way. The other thing that's come through for me just this morning is a message around accepting or even asking for assistance or help. I feel like a lot of us, possibly feminines in particular, actually no, this has come up during the week for other people too. So all of us, masculine and feminine, are so independent and resist asking for help, asking for support, asking for divine feminine. Yeah, being open to receive that from other people, and it's not helping us. And there is a piece here of needing to open up to receiving assistance or support in whatever way could actually help you right now. You don't need to do this all alone. It's not, there's something there about that approach to things. And let me tell you how guilty I am of this. That's holding you back. I can see the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, the Three of Pentacles card in my mind's eye. There's something about coming together with others right now, even from that place of assistance and support, even if it's moving through these emotions or whatever it is that you are needing that for, that will propel you forward. And not just you, the other side of that too. Actually, I saw a post yesterday, something to the effect of trust isn't built by you offering support to someone. Trust is built by them being open to asking for support from you. There's a lot of receiving energy coming through, and tenderness and divine feminine. Okay, I think we're ready to... I just saw Divine Mother as well. Oh, actually, I also have gratitude on my list. That has come up for me a lot this week. I know I've got sacred gratitude here. On the bottom of the deck, reverent appreciation and prayer. I think that's an energy that we're really being called to sit in right now, which is so important with everything that's happening around us, to come back to what are we grateful for, and helping us staying grounded in that energy, in seeing that and allowing us to cultivate more of it is what's coming through there. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Messages that are of the light and for the best and highest good of all for the week ahead. I tried to record this message last night when I got home from work. And I don't often record the week ahead energy after a work day, but I ended up working yesterday and that's just what I thought needed to happen. And I started off speaking about a phrase that came through the night before as I was going to sleep, which was the Hopi prophecy, which was very random. I wasn't thinking anything about that at all. I'd seen an eagle that morning, so I thought it was the eagle condor part of the... Actually, it's not just Hopi prophecy, it's across many Native American traditions. And that speaks to how in 1490 there was prophesied to be a 500-year period where humanity would split into the path of the eagle, the masculine, the mind, science, industrialization, and the path of the condor, which was much more feminine, intuition, heart-led, and how the masculine would far outweigh basically that path of the condor to the point where it would almost push that path into extinction. Then in 1990, that period would end and humanity would have the opportunity to blend those two energies, masculine and feminine, absolutely on point with everything that's coming through for me lately, and come back into balance, especially this balance of, moving from our heart, all that I have been speaking of, but also coming back into connection with the earth and natural balance with the earth. So that had come through. But as I was trying to do this reading, the white buffalo woman kept coming through. That's another Hopi prophecy. And I haven't looked this up recently, but my understanding is that the white buffalo woman presented herself to, I think, a Lakota tribe, a Native American tribe, I'm not even sure when, with a peace pipe, and said, when the white buffalo are born, again, peace on earth can return. I think there's more to that prophecy, but she has come up for me at different stages of my own journey, particularly early on, very strongly. And she came through in 3 different cards last night, including this one that's just come out, which is her with a white buffalo. The card is, though, achievement, effort plus intention. So I'm going to read that one to you. And then in a different deck I've got, which is my native spirit deck, we have, actually, I'm going to show you. That feels important to show you this. Yeah. Peace pipe, what she offered, and the white buffalo. Now, white buffalo have been born. So I am feeling like we're entering this period, and as I said, it's really speaking to that union of divine feminine and masculine energy within us, in partnerships, and the potential, the potential for us to step into this period of peace, this new earth, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're on the threshold of. And we just had before that power over... I just split to the divine masculine. Power over difficulty card. I wonder if that is... And there's a divine feminine. I'm not sure where that card's gone, but that was the reclaiming power card that I just spoke to. That's coming through really strongly here as part of this very strong... I feel like there's a lot of... wow. When I first pulled out this deck, angelic assistance came through. I feel like there is a lot of spiritual support for us right now, and more incoming, to allow us to step beyond this threshold, to reclaim our power and step into building this new earth. Like, really, I know I've been talking about it for months, but it feels like energetically those that are supporting us on the spiritual realm have had enough of our nonsense. It's kind of what's just come through. Oh, wow. So many chills. So they're here. They can't intervene they can't intervene in the ways we might like them to, but they can support us, and we can call on their support is also what's coming through. So yeah, if there are guides you work with or guides that you know could support us right now, I think we're being asked to call them in and ask for their support. But ultimately, this is on us to make this choice as the human race that are here right now to reclaim our power and set into this. The other card that came out is setting boundaries, threshold protection, and honor. And I think on the collective level, in some way, this is the image I'm getting is we're at this point of this threshold where many of us have stepped into this new timeline. Yeah. Many of us have stepped into this new timeline since that Lionsgate portal, the full moon, all of the other energy that's happened in the last week or so. Many of us have stepped onto this new timeline, and now there's something about protecting this timeline from the dark. Setting boundaries, moving with honor for those that came before us, that prophesized this, that are supporting us now in the spiritual realm, making sure we're turning up, we're shining our light, and we're committed to this shift, and that we're not going to get fooled back into lower timelines by temptations that will be offered to us. There's something at the bottom of the deck. We have bright heart light, open connections. There's something about moving from our heart, but recognizing the connections between all of our hearts right now. Let me read this White Buffalo Woman card to you. Achievement, effort plus intention. That's what I was just speaking to. I didn't put those two and two together just then. We're here. We've stepped through the threshold. We've stepped onto this new timeline. Now we need to put in the effort. It's not just about intention anymore. We need to turn up every day and move from what it is we're wanting to create. The priestess of the white buffalo stands shoulder to shoulder with a mighty beast, bringing a message about the direction of your life. She reveals that you will achieve success by aligning your conscious intentions with the drive and energy you focus on your goals. Some people have clear, specific intentions, yet their efforts fall short due to confusion, misdirection, or even laziness. Others put a lot of effort into their lives, but their intentions are unclear or even full of doubt. The message here is to bring the two together in a lucid and logical way. Understand your true intentions and take responsibility for the effort you put into them every day. Buffalo are methodical in their movement. They have humps on their shoulders, symbolic of the ability to carry heavy loads. This represents the systematic energy needed when attempting to bring your intentions to fruition. Abundant success is assured when you apply planned and patient effort to the intentions that truly resonate with your heart. Since the white buffalo is so sacred and rare, this card brings a special message. It's time to raise your intentions and take your effort to a higher level. Bring a prayer to your path, and you will ignite the unlimited abundance that this beautiful creature signifies. The affirmation for this card is, I create clear intentions and put patient effort into my goals. I bring sacred prayers to my personal pursuits every day. So there's lots coming through for me there. It is that bigger collective message of how can we move each day from the place of what we're wanting to create on the collective level, but also within that, and this is exactly the message that's been coming through for so long now, is our piece of that is to move from our heart, to move from our joy, to shine our light. That will be the same thing. The thing that's coming through there as I say that though is it's making sure the intention beneath that is pure and it isn't grounded in any of the old paradigms that we exist in. And that's, how do I phrase that, Spirit? I feel like you're going to have to catch yourself that you're not seeking external validation, seeking external recognition of how you are shining your light is not what this needs to be grounded in. And if you fall into that trap, coming back to center of why am I doing this? Why am I moving this? And trusting, being open to receive because all of that stuff puts us in that space of competition and kind of even old paradigms that will pull us back into lower timelines. Whereas if you can just move from your heart, everything that you need is going to come in. Naturally, you will be supported with the resources, the connections, all of those things. But you shouldn't be moving from that place in order to almost chase after that, if that makes sense. It's just trusting. It's moving from a place of trust. Okay, I'm going to read you the setting boundaries card too, because I think this is relevant for many of us on this path right now. The priestess of the threshold holds her hands with her palm outward, projecting a field of protective light before her. The strong and stately snow leopard, who lives a solitary life in the highest reaches of the mountains, looks over her shoulder, standing guard. This card brings you a message of both caution and encouragement. It is time to take an honest look at the boundaries you set. How do you view your importance in your own life? Are you sacrificing your priorities and self-care to prioritize the needs and wishes of others? Are you putting up with demands, dismissal, marginalization, or even disrespect from the people in your life? If so, it's time to put your hands up and say enough. You may have been allowing others to cross your personal threshold and invade your time, energy, or space, but this card is telling you that you now have the power to shift that pattern. Start to set clear limits today and make yourself a priority in your own life. Your soul deserves to be honored, and you must be the first person to make that choice. When you do, you will finally receive the respect and prioritization that you have been longing for all along. To me, that card is speaking to so many of us, so many of us that are walking this light, that are shining our light, that have people pulling on our attention all day, every day, attention, but also pulling on our light, draining our light in some ways. And we're often the people that want to help others. We want to heal others. We almost attract those that are unhealed and needing our light. And very much there is a message here right now of you stepped beyond the threshold. These people are probably still back doing their work, ready to make this leap, move from their heart. You don't need to go back and save them. All we need to be doing right now is shining our light. We can do that from a place of support and compassion, but we cannot do it in a way where we're dimming our light or allowing them to drain our energy. In order to save them and pull them with us, they need to make the choice to step beyond this threshold. And so we need very strong boundaries in place right now. And for many of us, we will not have had those boundaries. That's exactly why we are who we are, why we've been in the situations that we've been in, and why these people are attracted to us. But this moment in time is calling for our light. What the world needs right now is our light. We are the guides to guide people beyond the threshold, and we cannot do that if we're the other side of the threshold, dimming our light to rescue people. It's not our job right now. They need to rescue themselves. It never was our job, is what Spirit just said. But yeah, they need to rescue themselves. All right. I feel like I'm going to go to the Work Your Light deck. Yeah, let's see what wants to come through from this deck. Yes, at the bottom. I was unsure. Thank you, Spirit. Funny. I just saw the card, don't dim to fit in. Exact, and boundaries. Oh my gosh. This stuff just blows my mind every time. Every time. And I just saw play and dance for life. This really is a call right now to, be in that beautiful energy. I know so many of us are like having this moment of where we're feeling it. I certainly have. I'm covered in chills as I say this, of like, just this beautiful high vibration kind of energy of being in the joy of life, which is wild considering the world we're living in right now. And then something happens that just pulls us back out of it. And I think that's why this boundaries piece is so important right now. The more we can stay in this place of grounding in this new timeline that we're on, the better for everybody. No, hold on. Did I say I saw the divine, yeah, I did. I saw the Divine Mother card in that deck before, didn't I? Star Mother's also here, and I've seen another post on Mother Mary this morning. I think she's also here supporting us right now. How can you mother yourself? That kind of speaks to that assistance and receiving piece, doesn't it? Wow. I feel like there's definitely something there about her energy. And remember how last week I said I had, Jesus, Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, and Mother Mary come through when I was trying to record the reading. Actually, that's 2 weeks in a row I've really struggled with getting these readings recorded. Anything else, Spirit? 2 more. Oh, beautiful. So we got the initiation card. Rite of passage, crossing the threshold. I'm going to come back to that. And then you're already doing it. Stop overthinking and just keep facing your true north, which is definitely this effort plus intention. Keep moving forward. And then the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You are exactly where you are meant to be. At the bottom of the deck, the first deck I used is called the Priestess of the Light deck. And I love this deck, but I don't know if I've used it for one of these readings for a while, and I got drawn to it last night because of the White Buffalo Woman. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Priestess card. How are you being called to step up and lead? And then leap underneath this. You go first, the universe will catch you. The initiation card is interesting to me because the energy feels very much like we've stepped beyond the threshold, and we can see both sides of this threshold here. And the message that's been coming through in this message already is don't go back to this dark side. Like, don't get drawn back into the snake pit is what I'm hearing, because I just saw a snake. Well, there's a few snakes there. A lot of I've never noticed the snakes on this card before. Something about temptation. Yeah, I said temptation, didn't I? Yeah, there's something about things coming up that might tempt you back onto the other side of this threshold. And that's where this boundaries piece is so important, and for you to be connected to your heart and what feels true, your intuition, because I'm almost getting the sense of, that salesman kind of energy. It's almost going to be, there's things that might be positioned as if they are of the light within this age of light that actually aren't, or just, things that seem really tempting, and you're really going to have to sit with what is that feeling. That vibrational feeling that I was just talking about. When you're thinking about what these things are, what are you actually feeling inside? Does this feel that beautiful? Like, how beautiful is life? Joy, flow, heart open? Or is there a piece in there that doesn't feel quite right? Really listen to that. That's seeming like a very strong message. I'll just see. I just split to get grounded too, and boundaries. The initiation. Some of the most sacred initiation chambers and temples look scary from the outside, but are breathtakingly beautiful on the inside. This represents the journey that the soul pilgrim is required to take to reach somewhere sacred, but only the initiated can enter. Perhaps that's where you are right now. You are being tested, initiated, because you are headed somewhere sacred. Initiations require that we cross the threshold from one world or state of being to the next. We are called to face what scares us, and we have to be willing to lose it all in order to gain a new way of being, of safety, of security, of depth, of meaning. Initiations, like rites of passage, mark the shift from one age to the next and can take place because of emotional turmoil, great loss, grief, or devastation. But it is through the seeming hardship that our heart cracks open and our spirit is invested to step forward. We take the sacred voyage into more of who we are and who we came here to be. It can be painful and scary, but once we begin the journey, we can be more ourselves than ever before. If you are in the middle of an initiation right now, you will get through it. And one day soon, you will bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open. And you are going to be somewhere sacred. It will be worth it, and you are closer than you think. I think you're there, actually, is the very strong feeling I'm getting. For some of you, that might not be true. You still might be working through a lot of darkness. Many of us are still working through some stuff from that place, and it's kind of, we're right on that threshold right now, and maybe bouncing back and forth a little bit, But to me, with the next card coming out saying you're already doing it, I really feel like that is the message for you right now, is you are where you are meant to be. Keep going. This like age of the light, the energy you're feeling is about to manifest into some form of physical reality of things shifting within your life. Now we're going to the tarot. I think we're going to use the Unveiling the Golden Age tarot, since that's what we're talking about. Let's split to the sun. How beautiful. Infinite life force. Collective awakening. Oh, this feels so nice. And the Lovers and the Sun. I do love this deck. Equalizing power. The Tower. I said at the start about reclaiming our power. The more of us that move beyond this threshold and can stay this side of the threshold, which is why we cannot go back to rescue people. The more we equalize power, and I'm seeing that, like the energy that has been feeding the dark in lots of ways. I do discuss in some of my other videos to some degree, is being pulled away from them. The more of us that are on this side of the threshold, which is why they're going to up the ante of trying to coax us back to the other side. The snakes. The snake pit. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Messages that are of light, the best and highest good of all for the Mind Body Soul Transformation Collective for the week ahead. That's going to be, there we go. That is too many, but the Tower did come back out again, and I can also see the Chariot. So I might keep those two out. I'm going to put the others back in. The Tower and the Chariot. The Chariot means movement. In this deck, it's called Dimensional Shifts of the Crystalline, which to me, just got strength as well. To me, that is speaking to kind of what I was just saying about the Age of Light, where we can feel this energetically, but we're going to see that start to manifest into physical reality. I'll show you the card. And that card that I just left on the table and I put it on the top of the deck was Harmony Ended, which feels like the energy that we're really being pulled into right now, which is pretty amazing, as I said before, with everything that's going on in the world. I just saw a mirrored number on the time, 3443. Labyrinth, the Seven of Portals. My table was just shaking, but I wasn't touching it. Interesting. Anything else about it? Labyrinth. Three more. The Lovers. And the Ten of Activations, the bottom of this deck. So the Seven of Portals is the Seven of Cups, which makes sense for the Labyrinth. Seven of Cups in traditional tarot is, confusion, not really knowing what way forward, can be dreaming. Keep facing your true north. To me, the message I'm getting from this card, I'll show you the card. that message of getting called into the, there's a few under there. Interesting. Anyway, from this message, the message I keep getting is back to that snake's den thing of they're going to keep trying to pull us back over this threshold. And it's going to be confusing. We're going to feel a bit lost. We really need to keep facing your true north, keep tuning in with your heart. That will help you avoid getting called into this, but also help you find your way out if you do get called into this energy. Trust yourself. Really trust yourself. What's kind of coming through is don't follow what other people are saying. Yeah, really move from your heart and trust your own intuition. Stop overthinking. Then we also had come out, and I originally just saw them like this, was the Empress and the King of Wands. This King of Wands card is actually the Sage of Light codes in this deck, and it's called Direction and Delegation. Direction. There's really something here. And then the other card was the Empress, which is Divine Feminine Energy, Naga of the Golden Lotus. Definitely dragon energy there, rising from the earth, feminine energy. Okay, it's just landed. When I was reading the White Buffalo Woman card before, the effort plus intention, what I was thinking it's that Hopi prophecy. It's that union of divine feminine and masculine energy, union, Lover's card, of moving from intuition with effort, with action, direction and delegation. King of Wands, masculine energy with the Empress, feminine energy. It is, that balance of your masculine and feminine is really important right now. And I know I'm saying that in almost every video, if not every video or reading that I am recording right now. I just split to Lemuria. We're creating heaven on earth. It's happening. I think there's a piece here with these Empress and the Lover's card too that both have earth on them, of what I was saying at the start around how we're needing to come back into balance with Mother Earth. It's that path of the condor. We need to be walking these two paths together right now. Underneath the Empress, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is, building something new. But Pentacle energy is very much earth energy. And in this deck, it's called the Ace of the Earth Guardians. Ace of Earth Guardians. And then Snow, 5 of Earth Guardians, which is a 5 of Pentacles, which to me, this is speaking to this kind of card. 5 of Pentacles is typically feeling like you're out in the cold, feeling like you're locked out of where you want to be. Again, follow your true north, follow your heart, follow your own intuition. That will get you back in the energy, back beyond the threshold, back where you are wanting to be. Is there anything I'm wanting to read here? There's keys in this, keys to a gate. Whoa. I don't know if you can see that. There's keys in all of those little bubbles there, and then these whales are either side of a gate with a keyhole. I cannot overstate this enough. Your union of your divine masculine and feminine is how you get beyond this threshold, and it's how you stay beyond this threshold. And if you happen to get tempted back into the labyrinth, back into the snake pit, it is coming back into that place of grounded union of your masculine and feminine and moving from your heart, moving with action from your heart. I think I'm going to wrap that one up there. That was a beautiful message. I'm not feeling called to say anything else. All of those messages that came through at the start are really important. Feel your emotions, move through them, honor that part of yourself, stay grounded in the energy that is that union of masculine and feminine. Stay grounded with the earth. How can you come back into connection with the earth in whatever way is calling you to do that this week? And how can you be open to receive assistance and receive those soul connections that are coming in for you? We're here. It's happening. And you are here with me. Don't doubt that. You're already doing it. Keep facing your true north. Keep moving from your heart. Keep shining your light. And don't go back and rescue people. You need it on this side of the threshold to balance out the power right now. That's what creates a massive shift for many more people to come join us. All right. Bye, everyone.